beginning of the day when you first get here, you know, Jay's going to be here already. He's going to get the boats, start getting them set up for you, making sure everything's unlocked, making sure that we have coolers filled with ice and stuff in the coolers. Boat 1 is the pontoon boat, is the committee boat. Boat 2 is the smaller whaler, and then boat 3 is the larger, newer whaler. Good news for everybody is that boat 2 now has seats with backs. So a new addition. Every year it just gets better and better at the race committee. No cup holders yet. Not yet. You gotta, you know, there's got to be something new every year.
It's an add-on thing.
So really, just if you go through the checklist, you're not going to go out on the lake without having what you need to run the races. So you don't have to overthink it. Just run down the checklist, make sure you have everything. It's pretty much all of this that you want to make sure that you have here. You want to make sure you have gas in the boats. So just, I guess, the safety reminder. So we built out these safety packs last year. So this has everything the buoy boats need. So we don't have to worry about if people brought their own life jackets. It's still good for people to bring their own life jackets, but that just makes sure that we're legal. Jay will pick these up in the morning. If you need radios, these are yacht club radios that are kept at Kevin's. They're in the office at the marina. There are 4 of them. So we have enough to make sure that we have one on each boat and keeping them charged up, making sure that we get them back there at the end of the day to get them recharged and back on the chargers over there. So that's the radio piece for you. We'll have these on the list, but basically there's a packet for each boat that includes a clipboard, includes how to run the races, includes the checklist, and just basically pieces of paper and pens and pencils to make sure that you have everything to run the race. Committee, you should know who's showing up that day. Obviously, you're bringing your own committee in most cases, or Jay's provided who's coming. Just make sure that we're getting people here on time. You want to make sure that people have their foul weather gear, that they have stuff so that they can be out there all day as your committee, and then we're not having to run around and go find gear. We will have lunch provided. I suppose that's probably worth mentioning. So beverages and lunch. Jay will pick up the lunch. It'll just be a standing order, and we'll just have that here, so that'll go out with people, and you'll have that for whenever you take a break or whenever you want.
You know what, if you're sailing school kids and they participate and they want to help out, that's great. You know, and have them do one race with you and maybe get them off or put them on a boat with somebody else, that's fine. If they lose interest or lose focus. But I think smaller children are what we're talking about.
Water. I would say from a timing perspective, if it's an 11 o'clock race, you really, you know, if you're going to go at 11, you got to know by 10:30, and you're going to make that radio call out to people to say, get out on the water, and we're going to go at 11. You should be able to start to tell that it's going to work, right? So it's 9:30 right now. If people aren't familiar with it, there is a flag up on the hill that is really good at telling you if the wind is coming. So watch that flag up on the hill, watch the flag out there. Everybody kind of knows that typically we're going to see that southwest breeze start building at 10:30. By the time you make that radio call and say go, it will be a half an hour to the start of the race. You want to be really clear and differentiate to the racers when you tell them a time that it's the start time. It's not the warning time, it's the start time.